Metreon?
Greetings and welcome to That Comic Book Show. I'm Isis and I'm here with
That Comic Book Guy.
And presenting
Swanky.
Alright.
Yeah.
Somebody please help me! It's food! Please don't hurt me! Hello, girl. You think we're sexy? Yes, I think you're very, very sexy! Yay! Then give Boo smoke!
and maybe you haven't noticed, but we're kind of missing Thor, the Godfather. Where do you guys think he went?
Odin's son, you have betrayed the express command of your king. Through your arrogance and stupidity, you have opened these peaceful realms and innocent lives to the horror and desolation of war. You are unworthy of these realms, unworthy of your title. You're unworthy. I now take from you your power. In the name of my father and his father before, I, Odin, your father, cast you out!
I tried calling him today. He didn't answer my calls,
Yeah.
but then I probably blew up his phone, so he thought I was annoying or something.
Maybe, but it's kind of odd that we haven't heard from him at all today. Or that
Have you heard from
showed
him?
up.
Swanky hasn't heard from nobody.
It's okay, Swanky. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe it has something to do with KC and his death the other day. Maybe he's not over it yet.
Do you think he took it pretty hard or something?
Yeah. So maybe we should just let him be for a while. But as I say in show business, the show must go on, and we're gonna keep doing the show. So now, on to the comic book reviews. Alright, the first book we're going to talk about is Justice League of America, number 4. Yes, thank you. And one thing I want to say about this book is the art was solid. It was absolutely gorgeous. Everybody looked voluptuous. Amazing. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So don't you agree?
Yeah, I liked it. It was fun. Like it felt a little rushed, but other than that, like it was rushed in a good way. The only way I can explain it is that once you get to the ending, which we'll say in a little bit, it kind of makes you wonder how that person got to that situation, and why did it happen so sudden. You would expect that it would build up a little bit more for that, but I guess they're doing it the way they're doing it.
It still left you wanting more.
Yeah, it left you wanting to read more, but it left you wanting to read it again, just to see if you caught anything on the side.
The ending honestly took me by surprise. I really wasn't expecting that, and especially not really that character in particular. Maybe if it was a different one. And they show the invisible jet in this one, and no, Wonder Woman is not there. It's actually her old boyfriend,
Steve Trevor.
Yes.
Yeah, what a dude.
Yeah, and
No,
he acts
actually,
like
no,
it's
no, no.
his.
Steve can have the jet. I like him having the jet.
Yeah, but he's not hot with an invisible jet.
It doesn't matter.
Plus to me.
That's to you.
No, not really. I was just giving you a hard
Apparently,
time.
Stargirl is on it. She rides. She's so cool. She's on top of it.
Okay,
I wonder, like the weird thing is that Stargirl, she has her cosmic staff, and the whole point of her whole gimmick is that as long as she's holding her staff, she's got the power to fly and be invulnerable and throw like cosmic blast. What happens if for some reason the staff flies out of her hand while she's on top of the jet?
Then we laugh.
That'd be funny.
But all in all, this was a really solid issue. We all really enjoyed it. And do you guys think it's time for the spoiler?
Spoiler alert.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we do a drum roll, or is that too dramatic?
Let's do it.
All right. Catwoman dies. True story.
I
In the book.
I like Catwoman.
Right here.
It's in the book.
It's somewhere else. You'll find. No, that's Stargirl.
You'll find it.
Big difference.
You'll find it
Here.
there.
I get it. Ah, here we are.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Probably, hopefully the camera will see
Isn't
it.
it
Maybe, maybe
gorgeous?
not, but yeah.
Gorgeous. See what I did there?
She's different.
Alright.
Yeah.
Anyway, pick it up, read it, and that's what we have to say about it. So, moving on. We've got X-Men #1 out here. And let me just start by saying I really don't read too much Marvel. And so, since I heard this book came out, I needed a new book from Marvel to pick up. So I decided on, since there's been so much hype about this issue, because it's like the first all-female X-Men book. So,
You should have just called it X-Women.
Did they? So, anywho. So, yeah, this book has been receiving a lot of hype. I'm sure everybody's been hearing about that, and what you're probably annoyed about, and then you're like, really, we're going to talk about this again? But, all in all, it's a fairly good book. You don't even have to know too much about anybody in X-Men to understand what's going on. But, the story just kind of starts off as with Jubilee, and I really don't know too much about Jubilee. I remember her from the TV show.
So does everybody else in the world.
I know.
She's the most useless one.
Yeah! Up top.
Well, she's got a baby now.
Ooh.
I know, right? Looks
She got
kind of like her
busy.
too.
Busy somewhere.
Anyway,
Alright.
and it just gets a little bit more interesting. So
Jubilee.
she's coming back to Jean Grey's school with this little baby, and nobody knows where this baby came from. Is it from her or is it not? And so, but the weird thing is she's got this one creepy dude stalking her, and so she's concerned about it, so she gets in touch with some of the other X-ladies, being Storm, Rachel, Kitty Pryde, Rogue, and they all meet her up on a train. I know that's really weird and random, but anyway, turns out this baby, and by the way, this baby's actually a pretty cute baby, and I don't really say that a lot, but this baby had the ability to crash this train, nearly killing everybody, but they don't know it's the baby yet. And so this guy who's been stalking her shows up to where Rachel and Psylocke is. They start talking about everything, and then they question him, and they figure that he's telling the truth, that this infant is actually very dangerous, and that he needs the infant back, because this infant is going to basically kill everyone. And so, at the end, the infant isn't an infant anymore. It turns into this dark-looking woman who looks very mysterious, and that was the cutoff, so we'll find out on the next issue on what that is.
So did it, like, do you think it's a good jumping on point for people that haven't read an X-Men book or that are interested in reading X-Men but they feel like they don't know where to start?
I'd say so, because I definitely fall into that category. I haven't really read too much X-Men. I mostly read or watched the cartoon show as a kid, and I never really read too much of it. But yes, it's definitely, like I said, you don't really have to know too much about the characters. You kind of learn about them as you read it. Let's state their power, or you see them doing their power, and you can like learn from there.
That's the beauty of issue 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, did it make you want to read the next issue of the story?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can read maybe at least the next 2 issues, and I can tell from there if it's going to be good or not. But yeah, I know it's been hyped a lot. I know it's kind of annoying to keep hearing about it, but you know you can pick it up not just for your wife or your girlfriend. It can be anybody. And if you don't think it's going to be your cup of tea, just give it a try anyway. Just see what you think. You might be surprised.
Different folks, different strokes.
True. And that's X-Men, and moving on.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Moral of the story. Do not trust or pick up random cute babies. If they're ugly, that's okay. But not cute ones. 'Cause they will turn into creepy ass ladies. So, yeah, he was an ugly baby, so,
Oh! Zing!
Alright, you guys, we saved the best for last. We may have not read every comic book that came out this week, but mainly we wanted to discuss a certain convention. If you live in the Houston area, you've probably heard of Comicpalooza, and it was held at the George R. Brown. And three of us went together in a group, actually.
Yeah, we all held hands and we skipped around
Yes,
together.
we skipped. Yeah, we looked ridiculous, but it was awesome. You know, everybody loved us. So yeah, it was generally a really fun experience. 2 out of the 3 of us actually cosplayed.
Yeah.
I went as Raven, and
I went as Green Lantern.
yeah, and Comic Boy went as Comic Boy.
Yeah, best cosplay ever.
Yeah, you know, everybody was just taking pictures of me like crazy.
I know, right?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
There were a lot of really cool big guests there. They had David Yost and Walter Jones, 2 of the original Power Rangers. For those of you who are, you know, within our generation.
The original Black and Blue Ranger. Billy and what's his face?
Billy and Zach.
Zach.
So that was really cool. They had Danny Trejo there, Machete. That was really cool. They had Michelle Rodriguez, for those of you who were wanting to see Fast 6. Overall, yeah, it was a really fun convention. A lot of cool cosplayers. Just like every convention, it's just, you know, a nice place to feel accepted, and everybody can just go and have fun and be themselves.
Yeah, it was fun. I got to meet the guy who drew something for the New 52. His name's Yannick Paquette. He's a Canadian artist who has a French accent and might possibly have some Middle Eastern roots. It's kind of, and he speaks French too, aside from English, so that's kind of odd, you know. But it was fun. He was a stand-up guy. He was great. He was tired though because people kept asking him for sketches and commissions, and he might have spilled a thing or 2 here and there for me. But other than that, he was alright.
Yeah.
If you guys ever want to go to a convention and you haven't gone to one yet, Comic Palooza is definitely a good way to start going to the convention and get a little feel for how it is, and, you know, just go have some fun.
If you're in the Houston area, of course.
Yeah, there's just a really chill and relaxed vibe there. You know, you can just kind of go in there and be yourself. You can pretty much go up to anybody and talk to whoever you want, whether they're a celebrity or just somebody walking around. The staff is friendly. There's lots you can do around there. Lots of people you can meet, and you know, everybody's all dressed up. You got these amazing cosplayers and all this. And one person I really wanted to meet while I was there was George Perez, and most of you I know he worked with the new Teen Titans, and he's also a co-creator of Raven. And he had a weird way of doing his line to meet him. You had to go up there and take a number from this lady, whatever your number was, when they called it in order, kind of like when you go to like Butcher or something, and you have to come back and check where they were. So at one point, I went up there to kind of see where the number was at, and as I was about to ask, George Perez just looks up at me because I'm dressed as Raven, and he's like, "You," and I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I need a picture of you," and he just stands up with his camera, and I pose, snaps a picture. He's like, "Awesome," and then he goes, "Would you like to take your pictures right now?" I'm like, I really don't mind waiting in line. I mean, my number's not for us. He's like, "Oh, forget that. I don't mind."
They can wait.
And he just comes out, and he also hands that comic boy camera. And he also has my camera as well, so he takes a picture for both of us, and he says to me, he's like, "You know, it's reasons like this that I'm very proud to have created Raven, worked with the Teen Titans." He's like, "You honestly look really amazing," and I was just so touched by that. I was so happy that one of the creators just thought I did a great job. So that's how I knew that I was successful as a cosplay maker, and it was just one of those experiences I'm going to remember forever. So yeah.
Unfortunately, at like every convention, the food prices were expensive.
So we had to get
We
food
had
from
to walk.
outside. Like we had to walk, and then we had to the other day we had to get pizza. We had to order pizza and have it delivered to us, so we could just go somewhere in like a random corner and just start eating it.
I think it was Friday. Friday, I was like the only one in our group who actually dressed up like all out.
Yeah.
And we found out there's like this hidden food court thing in like the middle of downtown, and there's a few like restaurants in there, food court.
Our mind was blown. We had never
Yeah.
been there.
And anyway, nobody was walking around from the convention that was dressed up. So of course I go into this area, and there's a fairly good amount of people in there, and they're just like looking at me like, what the hell is going on? And they almost look kind of terrified. Some people look generally angry at me, like, how dare you come in here in that blasphemous costume? And I'm just like, sorry to ruin your life. And finally, one girl finally came up to me. She's like, are you going to a party or something? I'm like, no, I'm coming from a convention, Palooza. And then her friend's like, oh, is that like, what do they call it, like Chinese anime? I was like, mean Japanese anime? She's like, yeah, that stuff. I have a friend that really likes that. I was like, yeah, awesome. But yeah, it was really funny though.
For sure.
We had people honking.
That always happens. It's always fun to dress up like your favorite superhero.
Yeah.
And have like family members or even little kids come up to you and
Yeah.
ask you for pictures because it makes you really feel like an
Yeah,
actual superhero.
and that's something I want to get into. Probably my favorite thing there was when I was walking around as Raven, and I see like these kids. They look at me and their faces just light up, and they come up to me and they're like, Raven, is that you? Like I'm the real deal. And like they got their parents with the cameras, and they're like, and one little boy dressed as Batman said to me, he's like, Raven, I watch you on TV. And I had another little boy come up to me, he's like, do you know Beast Boy? And one little girl dressed up like Penelope Von Sweets from Wreck-It Ralph came up to me, and I was like, hey Penelope, and she said, you know my name.
That's a very, in a way, a very humbling experience.
And like Swinky said, you know, it really does make you feel like a superhero. And you know, you just cherish these experiences, and you know, I really enjoy going with, you know, amazing friends of mine, and we all have these experiences we can share together and we can remember, and we just hope to make more memories like this in the future for future cons.
For sure. Yeah, if you ever see us at a con, you know,
Yeah, take a picture, say
Holla at your
hi.
boy.
he's probably going to be searching through comics.
Yeah, and I've gone as Raven to a couple other cons, but unfortunately I'm going to put it up for a while because I'm going to start working on my next one. But I'm not going to say who it is right now. They know who it is. I'll just give you a hint. It's a comic book character. That's all I'm going to say for right now. But I'm going to start creating it, and
We're all working on it.
It's Mogo.
yeah, that's it. Gee, thank you for holding my cover. Thanks a lot. Now I have to do someone else. Anywho, yeah, so we're starting to get prepared for the next con, whenever that will be. So we're really excited, and thank you for listening to our con experience. We had a lot of fun, and we hope to see anybody at a con anytime soon. So see you next year, or a few months, whatever. That's our show. I'm Isis.
I'm that comic book guy.
I'm Swanky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this has been That Comic Book Show. Please watch again next week. Or else.
Or else. Good show, guys.
Yeah. And
Let me put this up real quick.
Okay, no problem.
yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Tripod, alright. Hey, so, what do you think happened to, what's his face, God of Thunder?
I kind of forgot about him.
Maybe he smashed himself in the head with his own hammer finally.
Yeah?
Yeah, he kind of deserves it though, you know?
Why?
Because, you know, he keeps changing his damn name every week.
Nah, let him be. He'll come up with something soon.
He's going through some awkward transition, I guess. He's like the awkward teenager.
It's weird how he left us his camera.
Midlife crisis.
I know.
Hey, it happens.
But I honestly thought he'd show up at least by the end of the show.
Yeah, let's start walking.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
I don't know, let's check. It came from over there.
It's like kind of far away.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Let me, okay, hold this. Let me, come on, help me out.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Not again.
Dude, what is that?
Oh no, he's alive. Wait, there's a note with him.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
What happened?
Wait, let me see. It says, your god of thunder is nothing but a little thunderer.
Cat paw.
It's a paw.
Is that the enemy?
I don't know.
Wow.
Son, Dylan.
Hi, Dylan. All this stuff in here is mine now. Oh. Well, okay, but be careful opening the closet, 'cause that's where the evil monkey lives. Yay! I haven't been in my closet for years. Boy, there is a lot of feces.